recovering after the tour. K-Dot did his thing, baby. Look at that. Woo! I gotta talk to you too, Dot. These shirts cost way too much money, man. Y'all already making a killing, Dot. What you doing? What you doing, Dot? My goodness, y'all are raking up. Y'all gonna make about $5 million off the merch for just from Chicago. That's without a doubt just insane. And they had the album on wax. People were buying the album on wax. And they didn't even have a record player. I'm serious. It was phenomenon in there. If you see it on the Patreon, you get to see it. It's free. I got the performances and stuff on there. Diddy, getting back to what Diddy did or whatever this woman said at the trial. What nickname? Jane. So Jane played an audio for the court, and it is now leaked online. Okay, so now that that's leaked online, they got you have all of these people making their assessments of the situation due to the fact of what happened. But I don't see or remember Diddy doing anything wrong in the message. These shirts is too much money. This shirt was like $60. $60? This shirt should be no more than $35. Come on, Doc. I'm like, y'all are stretching these people, and they are buying it. Now, I do like the shirt. Don't get me wrong. I was West Coasting last night. Oh, man. No, she's not the last week witness, unfortunately. Why this thing won't stay still? It keeps falling. There it is again. I just tighten it and it keeps falling. See, I hate when stuff don't work. So anyway, the Diddy man left this voice message for Jay. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean,
I don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know if you think you silent treating me, and you think I'm gonna be You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, have a spat, we can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So how do you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving? shit with you every time you get upset.
I think I left that message before. He didn't have to leave her a message. He's Diddy. He could have just ghosted this chick. He ain't got to leave her no message. He was nice. Diddy was nice. And I don't see nothing wrong in that message. The government is trying to say, like, he told her she better go back to work or else this is coercion. If I tell somebody, man, y'all got to get on y'all job, you just going to have to get on your job. Meaning that she going to have to fend for herself. See, the government is trying to make something that it isn't. To get on your job means you're going to have to get on your grind. You're going to have to get your money. He didn't tell her to, all right, you better get out here and you better get on your job and start performing and do these doggone freak offs. No, he telling her like, look, you're going to have to get on your job. You got me on my job. That's what he said. You got me on my job. I'm working. I ain't got no time. J-Lo got money, so why the hell would J-Lo be involved in the case? Everybody in this case is broke. Let me tell you something right now. Everybody in this case is broke. Cassie was broke. Until she did this lawsuit. She got $10 million for the hotel. She got $20 million for Diddy. So now she back paid. But she was broke. Everybody on here is broke. And they all in here for some money. And you can tell everything that's happening here. Like he said, broken bitter. This is the broken bitter trial. Everybody up here broke. Y'all probably got more money than all the people that took the stand. Now here this woman is, broke. Living off Diddy taking care of her, paying her bills and paying her house for her to do these acts. You're in an open relationship. Why are you getting jealous that he's with other girls? You want to be the number one. Well, that's your wants and needs. like he said, I can't keep doing this with you, girl. 50 was taking care of you for years. Allegedly, if you're that girl. Said she was doing modeling and sponsorships. She was a thought who had a baby by a person who another person said you tried to have another baby with him. That don't work. So he said you went over to Buddy Love and he started paying you money for shows. And there you go. Now, when Viv had her, she didn't have a BBL. She didn't have none of that. Right. Depending on a man to take care of you and you're just basically going off your looks to get paid. Do you know looks don't last forever? You can't dance in the strip club when you're 40. Okay, it's just not gonna work. Your knees buckling you up there. You see those girls in the strip club who dancing and don't nobody wanna support them, give them no money. They put them at the bar. I'm telling you, ain't nothing more depressing than having a stripper that don't get any money. You get naked, you do all this performance, and you might get $10. If that. I've seen somebody do a performance and don't nobody tip them at all but the strippers. The strippers will come and support them and get them some money. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm still exhausted from the concert. Voice gone, everything. The F Drake show. That's what I call it. The F Drake concert. She gonna say Drake beat her and blackmailed her on Monday. That's the next thing to go. She's the only one that been up there that said Diddy ain't touched her. Everybody else done been beat up. That's about the only thing about Diddy I believe. Because I'm like, if you did all this and you ain't get beat up, I know Cassie looking at this like, she didn't get beat up. Oh my God. No boot. No boot. What a boot. Diddy ain't put the boot. Oh no, Diddy didn't use the boot. That's all they gonna say. Why Diddy didn't use the boot? All he had to do is use the boot. James saying she got pictures and photos of Diddy breaking down her doors and choke slamming her and choke slamming her. James Dean. Who got photos of that? The same person that claimed 50 Cent did that? Are you mixing this up with 50? Because that's what 50 did. That's what allegedly 50 did. Diddy did it too. Somehow I doubt it. I'm like, it must be something about that woman if two people are doing it. 50 Cent. I mean, that police report is out there. And if she's saying that, that's pretty much accurate to that police report. Those photos might be from her previous relationship with her baby daddy. Oh, we know how that went. He was, look, open this door right now. I'm not playing with you. I paid for this. This is my place. I paid the rent. Open this door right now. You gonna lock my door? Open my door. Oh, you think what? You think I won't break it down? Boom! Leave me alone, Fifth! Not until you get choke slammed. Now you gotta get choke slammed. I said, leave me alone. Chokeslam. Right through the table. That's how they're making it very theatrical. So that's how. So now I guess Diddy choke slamming too. Now what's this I hear about you not wanting to do a freak off? Yeah, you know that's my thing. Now, come on, man. You said you like Don and Sly. Now you don't like I. Who? Now you gotta get choke slammed. Now I hurt my shoulder. I'm gonna have to see a doctor now for breaking down the door. And here's a choke slam. Another one. She said, when did she say that? I didn't hear her say that. He kicked down 4 of her doors, choke slammed and kicked her. Did he just running through doors? But they must have had that boy on some type of coat. Why I didn't hear that in the transcripts? I didn't hear any of that in the transcripts. He might gonna touch on that Monday. The first day of opening statements that, okay, so we'll probably hear about it on Monday because we haven't heard it yet. The opening statements was a month ago. I had to go back and check opening statements. Mm-hmm. Well, things will get emotional real quick when you see a situation become what it does. But for me, it was completely different. Completely different. When I look at like Sean Combs, Diddy, if y'all call him that, I look at things from a nature of where it's supposed to be to where it is and where it's like going. Right? I'm sitting here, and when I watch Diddy do his thing, I just didn't hear any problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he's in another country in Sheffield, England, and they have rules. Other people just don't. Uh, no, I just didn't hear anything he said wrong in the message. That's it. So I guess she's saving her getting her butt whooped for Monday, which I don't know why her testimony is taking this long. I really don't.
Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm gonna be nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, I have a spat, we can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So either you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving. Ain't no threat. I'm just being clear. I can't do this shit with you every time you get upset.
I can't. What is the problem there? I can't do this with you every time you get upset. That's real talk. I'm like that all the time. I can't do this with you every time you get upset. What do I look like? Arguing with you, going back and forth. I got stuff to do. Now, hey, yeah, it was a mess. No, when you tell somebody to get on their job, it's like get on your business. Handle your business means get to work. Do what you are supposed to do. Get on your job. That's what's happening here. You need to get on your job. 100%. Stop looking for people to bail you out. Get on your job. Handle your business. But mainly, handle your business. Everybody else shouldn't have to tell you what's what. You should know how to handle your business. No. The message ain't telling her to get to no freak off. The message is saying, get on your job. You're going to have to get on your job. Meaning that you're going to have to pay your own bill. I ain't finna pay for you no more. So I guess you ready to move on. It's like he said, you got me on mine. Hell, I think I've left 3 or 4 of those messages. That's how much I didn't care. By that time of the relationship, women love to get to a point where they play these games. And the biggest part of the game that they like to play is the shutting you down part. Right? That they do it so that you can pay some attention to them. They want you to go way out your way. Right? You're way out your way. And guess what your job is? Guess what you're supposed to be doing? She had bills. Well, she better get on her job and pay them. Because here's the thing. Now you in your 30s, you about to hit your 40s. You got to find another rich guy to take care of you. Because that's what you've made your life. A product of beauty. And now 50 Cent, that money with him taking care of his son and all of this, that boat ride about to be over. If this is the person. So you're going to have to find your way into a figure 8. Well, she was mad because Diddy had all them Asians. And I told you, man, them Asian women could be your downfall if you ain't got it on lock. They are very emotional, passionate creatures. You gotta understand they're different. They're kind of like Latinos, but they're more docile. They like control. They like to be giving orders. The majority of them come from a structure. So when they're out of whack, out of structure, and don't know, they spiral. They can't handle, I don't know. Because then they're like, what am I supposed to be doing here? That's why when they love hard, they love on a person. They carry your bags, they do everything. They on your arm, everywhere you go. But most of these Asians who's been Americanized and grew up in American culture, they don't operate like that. They feel entitled. I got a voice. And they start going off. And they throw tantrums. Well, it all depends on what they're trying to achieve. And that's why I always say, what are you trying to achieve? What is your end game here? What's the point? Where are you trying to go? Now, well, society played a trick on some of these people, right? They all think they're important. They think they're a part of God's big plan when they're not. They don't even matter in the game. So we're not even here to talk about the trial. We'll do that one, taking the weekend off from that. But once that audio leaked, that audio message is a nothing burger. They trying to spin that message into Diddy telling her she need to get on her job, which is the freak off. That's her job, according to her estimation. But to everybody else in the world, we heard that message. We didn't think that at all. We think she better go out and start doing something to pay her own way. Whatever it is, get on your job. You better get on your job. Because shoot, I'm on mine. It's like, look, I'm hustling, doing mine. I got to do to pay my bills. You better do what you got to do. Because I can't do this with you every time you get upset. Man, it's been a blessing and it's been a curse. But one thing I know for sure, I don't want anything to do with Sean Diddy Combs' lifestyle. I don't want to ever have to deal with that. Right, and to deal with that lifestyle, it's like, what the hell are you doing? That's disgusting. Beyond disgusting. But here's the news. I don't have to deal with that lifestyle. I don't. It's not my reality. And his lifestyle is not on trial. So while that's the case, we just further move on and conduct ourselves as professionals in the best manner we know how. Absolutely. No, I have zero concerns about none of these people. I'm not concerned. I don't care about anything like I got an agenda, I'm being paid. No, I don't like injustice. At the Kendrick concert, was there any Drake fans? They played mostly Lil Wayne outside of I heard Drake. The only other song, no, I didn't hear no Drake. I mean, I heard the only other songs was SZA. I heard. Then I heard um, Lil Wayne. That was it that I heard that was outside of the place before we went in. It was crazy. People were sitting in the grass, just out there with like on a date. They didn't have any tickets. Like, we don't have any tickets. We're just gonna sit in the grass and listen to the melodies and dance. That's how crazy it was. I ain't seen nothing like that in a long time. You know how two black people see each other and they like, he's black. And I'm looking like, they ain't black. Like, we in areas that's like predominantly no other black people. And we like the only ones there. We like, hey, what's up? Gene Deal acting like a scorned lover. I don't know, like, some of the stuff, like I was saying yesterday, I just think he's taking it too far with the exaggeration. I mean, it's coming off as reckless. And then it deludes your whole point that you was making. No, I didn't. It was a freestyle battle. It was a lot of stuff going on in there. Some dudes was freestyling. But no, everybody there pretty much had the whole energy of F. Drake. They did not like Drake. That was evident in that place. It was little white kids running around, yeah, F. Drake. I mean, really, with their parents. It was crazy. Right, he kept saying, it's not a threat. I'm just saying I'm finna go silent on you. Like, I'm just gonna ghost you. But at least he told her he finna ghost her. And was like, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's like, I'm just gonna leave you alone. I can't do this every time you get upset about something. You upset because he's with another woman and you're in an open relationship that you know about. Cause I put in that time. I should be the number one. When you ain't there, don't you think it's somebody else? Huh? That's getting the pee on them and going through all that? You thought you was the only one? He said he in an open relationship. And if he got you doing freaky stuff like that, what you think you were the only one doing the freaky stuff? They were all into the freaky deaky over there. They be like, is it freaky deaky time? Oh, it's freaky deaky time. Yeah. So if it's freaky deaky time, what we doing? They just gotta make it make sense. It's not making sense. This is supposed to be the audio to doom Sean Combs? Really? Word. This supposed to hurt Diddy? Word. Oh, that's what he said he was gonna do. But then he started seeing some checks and said, I might as well keep talking. I ain't mad at him for that. It's just that, come on, bro. When you start saying stuff like, he think the hotel night happened because she was a Tupac fan. It's like, come on, man. You really doing too much now. Cassie, she like Tupac. So, you know, he probably got upset about that. I'm like, man, really? See, most of these guys, like Reggie and all these dudes, that's why they got to keep taking you back to 97, 96. Because they're irrelevant past those years. I asked Reggie Wright to talk about his stories when he was going to trial. Give us the Reggie Wright story. Why you was never at a Looters Park picnic. This is why I addressed him the way I did that time. And I said, I'm done. We won't do it no more. This is a one and done. Because he wanted that action. Because he broke. Oh no, the Kendrick Lamar concert was something else. But it's just that the prices they got was outrageous. I'm like, outrageous. I'm like, I'm not finna buy a hoodie in June in Chicago. It's just not gonna happen. But I will take the shirt. $65. $65 for this shirt. I'm like, I love the shirt. I almost had the white one. But I saw this one at the last minute. They had one left in my size. And I said, all right, bet. Let me grab that one. And it was on. The hoodies was $150. $150 for a hoodie. Man, these prices were outrageous for stuff. I'm like, God, man, y'all finna make $5 million off Chicago. They were selling off the shelf. You would have thought these kids didn't even care. They just wanted to be down there. I told you, boy, they did Humble and every white kid in America Yo, be humble. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's their anthem. That is the white people's anthem, is be humble. I am not a huge fan of that song, but that's their anthem. I'll be humble was never my song. I get that same thing every time I say that. You ain't like be humble? I'm like, no, never did. The music video was on some Kendrick Lamar-ish, you know. So the video was alright from the artistic standpoint, but I wasn't feeling the song. Perfect. I can go sit down. No. Society played a trick on them. It made the obsolete people believe they were important. No, those people would never oppose K-Dot in any type of way, shape, or form. They wouldn't want the smoke. Let me rephrase the question. Why would they want the smoke? That's the better question. That's the better question and answer. Why would they want that smoke? No, no, no. I'm just tired today. So let me go ahead and get you guys your videos that I got already prepared for you. And I'm probably gonna rest. Had a busy day. So I'm out. Deuces. And go to the Patreon too, so that you can get caught up. And you'll see me help save a man's life. I have that on video. Because if I had told you the story, you wouldn't have believed it. So I had to record it just so you can see it. All right, I'm out.